Hello, it's T with Teresa H Creates, and welcome to my channel. I recently took a trip to Canton, Texas, where we have a First Monday Trades Day, and I have lived in the DFW area of Texas my entire life, and this was only my second trip to Canton, and it is a huge flea market trades day kind of a place. It has vendors set up with old things that you would typically see at flea markets, and then you have huge buildings set up all over the place where they have vendors selling newer items, furniture, t-shirts, caps, handmade things, lots of knife vendors. We were there specifically because my dear love was visiting a friend who had a booth, and so we went to see them, and I brought along my bag and told him we could leave as soon as I filled it up with goodies. I didn't find as much as I had hoped. It got really hot, hotter than I expected, so we left a little bit early. It was in the 90s, and it was still kind of still pretty toasty, but I did want to show you some of the things that I did pick up. So I search and shop mostly at the smaller flea market type areas where things are just laid out on the ground or on tables, and it's kind of a junking kind of thing where you're going through lots of old books and lots of old things. And prices to me tend to be a little bit overinflated, so I passed on some things, but then there were some things that I did pick up. So I found a woman who had a lot of these little golden books, and I picked up Richard Scarry's best little word book ever, and then also Richard Scarry Just for Fun. And these, I don't know what I'm going to do with them for sure. I don't know if I'll just keep them or turn them into journals, because these are just kind of nostalgic for me. I read a lot of Richard Scarry growing up, and I love little lowly worm. So I not sure what I'm going to do with them yet, but I saw them and had to pick them up. And then I saw this one, and this will definitely be a Christmas junk journal. I hadn't seen this one before. I looked through a lot of little golden books, but I thought this one was really cute. And then it had the Jingle Bells music sheet at the end. So I thought that was adorable. And then I went to another booth where I found these goodies. So he had tons and tons of stamps. And so for $2.50 each, it was 100 mixed stamps, mixed foreign stamps. So I picked these up. I thought those would be cute ephemera pieces. Aren't those neat? I'll open one and kind of spread it out, but you can see the colors and sizes. It looks like a really good mix. That stamp says Uganda, Australia, just lots and lots of canceled stamps. Philippines. Look at that. Argentina. Can you see it? There we go. Super pretty. So just lots and lots of stamps. I thought these were really cute. That was a neat find. He had so many more too. So many more. I won't worry about putting those back in right now. I can do that later. Also in the same booth, he had these old Christmas postcards that he was selling for $1, so I snatched them up. And they're all written on the back. I'm thinking about scanning these in so that I can have these images, since they're so old and I really like the writing on the back of them. I think that's so interesting. What's that? Oh, that was 2. Best wishes. Really pretty. And some of these images I even recognize from like other collections that I have seen in the past, like ephemera collections. Isn't that pretty? And then these that are covered that have the foiling on them. So pretty. So then I did pass up on a lot of books, but I'll get back to the books last, because I did pick some up on my way out. We were inside. Like I said, I tend to stay away from some of the newer vendor shops, just because they're a little bit more expensive, and their stuff is typically complete. There's a lot of yard art type stuff, things like that. But I did come across a lady who was selling glitter and all of these little bags of polymer clay slices. And look at these gingerbread. I'm not going to open that, but let me see if I can get it close enough for you to see. These little gingerbread. I love gingies, so that was cute. And then this peppermint candies mix, because I can mix those up with a lot of things. And then I got these adorable little penguins. These are really, really big bags. And let me see her card. She had a lot of stuff, and she's got stuff online. I just picked up a few things. So they are, it's called Her Arts Glitter Company, and they're located in Trade Center 3. And I'll put her shop online so that if you wanted to take a look at what she's got, I'll put the link down in my description box so that you can check that out. She also gave out an emergency whistle. So that'll be handy. I'll put that on my keychain. Okay, and then to the books. So I'm not a haggler. I don't do that. I see the prices marked and then I say yes or no. I either take it or pass. I had seen these books coming in and I passed on them because I thought they were just a little bit too much for what they were asking, or what they were asking was just a little too much. My husband, however, my dear love, he is a haggler, and I think that there is nothing that he likes better in the world. So he says, put together some books that you like and I'll get you a good deal. It ended up only being 3 of them, but they were old books. So I found this children's almanac. It is not in good shape. It is pretty rough. The spine is gone and it looks like someone taped it up years and years ago. But the images inside are absolutely fantastic. And I thought these large pictures would make great additions to a junk journal. And then I could make lots of ephemera with all these little images and little poems and things. So it's already falling apart. I'll probably just take it apart at some point and, like I said, turn it into junk journal pages and ephemera for other projects. And then I found this. This is pretty expensive. Tales Told in Holland. Isn't this an adorable book cover? It's in pretty good condition. These books were just out on a table, so they were pretty dusty. And if I start sneezing, you know why. I'm allergic to dust. And so it's, yeah, I've had them sitting out. But look at these beautiful illustrations. And I don't have any specific plans for these right now. I just wanted to add them to my collection because they have fantastic covers and then just gorgeous illustrations. Well, not that first one. That's not a fantastic cover, but great illustrations. And then the other one was great children's stories. And I think that I might have had one of these as a child. It just seems really, really familiar. I don't think it was this big, though. For some reason, I want to say it was like a little bitty book. Can anybody confirm that? Did anyone else have one of those? I want to say it was a little book. It looked just like this, I want to say. It was blue, and it had this picture, it was smaller, but I want to say it was like a tiny mini book, so maybe it came in a collection or something. But again, great cover, and then all of these wonderful, wonderful illustrations. So again, no plans for them yet, specifically, but I wanted to pick those up. 3 little bears. Anyway, very, very cute. And I got a good deal on them because my hubby took care of things for me. And then last but not least, this guy. And it's a guest log. And it is, let me move these books out of the way so I can get this in frame a little better. It has seen better days. This is wood. It hinges up. Now, I love these, and I've got to figure out some way to preserve this just because when I read some of these quotes to you, this is so cute. So it is a guest log. It has rules of the tavern, and these are from 1937. It says Christmas Day, 1937, and it has people signing in. This was somewhere in Texas because there were a lot of visitors from Texas in here. Daddy Jim Kelly said, service okay, but waitresses are most charming. Bernie and Fred Dozier, the cake was real good, even though it did look like corn. These are so funny. So from 1937, see Dallas, Dallas, Dallas. There were some, I think, brown woods in here. It says Carol Cox, 123, 1938. It says, now I suppose you know what my Sunday night appetite is like. How funny is that? Burt Pitt, last but not least. So I guess people just signed in when they came into the tavern. Kansas City, Missouri. They actually put their full address on that one. A lot of these are from Dallas, though. San Angelo. So you can see it's got some water damage. I don't think it's water, though. I think it's some sort of pet urine. It has a urine smell to it. I am going to be washing my hands shortly after touching this. That's why I left it for last. But anyhow, it's written in all the way up to, I guess this is the last page, and this was 1941 here. Mrs. John Coffey from Bangs, Texas. I can't read it. It's actually too much. After a swell dinner, I'm too lazy to write. That was by Lynn Davis. How funny. April Fools. Yep, a lot of Brownwood, Texas in here. April Fools, and here we are again. And it sure was nice to see old friends again, especially Patricia, Bridget, Uncle Joe Barry. So it's just really cool. So a lot of this is legible. I wonder if I could just scan it in and use it, because like I said, I'm not going to be able to keep these because it's they're soaked in urine, and I'm going to have to clean the wood. But I do want to take this apart and turn it into some sort of a journal to be used. But yeah, it'll have to be cleaned up and everything. And like I said, shortly after this video, I will be washing my hands. So anyway, these were my finds at Canton, Texas. I could have gone shopping for days and days there. It is so big. There are so many vendors. If you have a chance to go by, if you're ever in the area near Canton, Texas, then I do recommend it. It's about an hour and 15 minutes away from us. And like I said, only my second visit there. So I do have to make many more to see other things and see if I can find other goodies, because this was definitely worth the trip. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any comments or suggestions about what I can do with this and these guys in here, these little pages, I think maybe scanning them and printing them is probably the best way to kind of preserve what's there, because there were some cute little notes and everything. But if you have some suggestions, leave those in the comments for me, please. And until next time, bye.